Peace. Peace. This is Brother Hatim, and I'd like to welcome you to Gianni Journey. Of course, you know it's FreeStyle Fridays. The internet, I'm hyped about this coming year. 2014 is just something that happened as we approach 2014. So what I want to do is make sure that I get you ready for the New Year rush, because right now we're just now returning on Monday. You're going to be returning back to work, and I don't want you to get caught back up in the blah, blah, blah of life. The blah, blah, blah. You know, that blah, 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 that energy, that negative energy that you experience. I got the game going on in the background. I'm at the Shisha Lounge, by the way. Feel free to come on out and join me. But that blah, blah, blah feeling that you get is a spell. It's part of this negative programming that I'm going to talk about a little bit today on my FreeStyle Friday. So we're going to get to that, but of course, you know I got to send shouts out to those things. First, I'm going to send shouts out to Oxy Water. I know some of y'all that's been trying to get it can't get it right now, but Oxy Water is on its way back. You heard it here first. So hey, you know this is gonna be a miraculous and incredible year, because what I'm seeing is a surge of people searching for something different, searching for something new. We're looking for new paradigms, and that is what Gianni Journey is here for. I want to motivate you to start your journey. You don't have to call it Gianni. I don't care if you call it Gianni. I don't care. What I care about is you getting up and starting your journey and getting out and living life. See, right now, this is what's going on. Right now, you got all of these smoke and mirror tricks going on. Whether they're debating Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, you know what I'm saying, or whether they're talking about wars or going to world wars, or whether they're talking about China. But the thing that is very clear that all of us need to understand, that the disparity between the rich and the poor is increasing more now than it has ever done before. There is a massive wealth transfer that is going on that we need to be aware of. And basically what they are trying to, or what these powers that be want to get us to, is they want to get us to a total dependent state so that we can exist in a form of slavery. But what's even deeper, they want to cultivate this prison-like mentality. Now, and I was listening to NPR, and I just want to share this before I get into my stuff. NPR, they was talking about China and how in China, you know, somehow somebody is being bribed. You know how a politician is being bribed by the type of cigarettes that they smoke. Now, in China, supposedly the second biggest economy in the world, they are exchanging cigarettes like motherfuckers in prison. I want you to think about that. This is the vision of a booming economy that we need to go to, where individuals are bribing each other with cigarettes, and people are working like slaves in slave shops, and the rich are getting richer and the poor never had a goddamn thing. Now, I don't know about you. That don't sound like a place that I want to go. That don't sound like where I want to head. Now, I have to apologize before I get started, because I'm getting hyped up, man. My energy is building up every time I join you. I mean, my energy is low, but every time I come here, I get energized. When I start talking, I get energized. I feel your vibe, and I appreciate you. Before I get too deep, I want to apologize because my mic, all my mics are broke. I mean, I travel and I'm doing different shows, and I travel, so I got to use my Bluetooth mic, and I can't get on my computer because my computer is not responding to my Bluetooth properly. So I'm going to update. I'm investing heavily this year in my podcast, so bear with me. Send your energy, you know what I'm saying? If you want to help with that, you know what I'm saying, you can go and buy a book. You know what I'm saying? You can go and check out my blog. You know what I'm saying? Just just keep that positive energy going, because look, I'm seeing your hits and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? But now, I want to send shouts out. We already did the Oxen Boys. I want to send shouts out to Orange82, whose music I usually use to start off the show. I wasn't able to start the show off with it today because I'm not using the computer. I'm using my phone, and hopefully the sound quality is a little bit better. I want to send shouts out to Advantage Records and Kid Magic Rock, who is doing a show for us, for those of us that love hip-hop in all its forms. He's doing the show Magic Hour, and we will be dropping another show on Sunday, so be on the lookout, because he's promising that it's going to be hot since it's the first album of 2014. Advantage Records is in the house. We also want to send out shots to Unidaji Capoeira. Alright? So, Unidaji Capoeira, look it up. Now, also, I want to remember myself. Go to GMOJones.com, check out the new look. Check out the tabs at the top, because at the top, you could click on it and get to all of my podcasts. You could get to every last one of the podcasts, and also through my blog, you can get to my other blogs, because all of that is on my site. I'm gonna stop calling it blog and call it my site. It's my site. So on my site, you're able to get to all my podcasts, all my books. My new book has dropped, and it's Warriors Handbook for Life. Warriors Handbook for Life's Journey, Geometry Method. I'm going to share a quick passage on here about rites of passage. That's kind of crazy that my words be getting confused like that. But hey, I'm enjoying myself. So here we go. Rites of passage. When embarking on a journey to become a warrior and nation builder, we must understand that we are entering the process of self-mastery, now labeled rites of passage, ROP for short. The ROP process demonstrates the journey that has evolved in all cultures, and it is the major way that a society passes on its wisdom to the next generation. We have to take it upon ourselves to become conscious of this process and use it to the benefit of ourselves and the groups to which we belong. I just wanted to just drop that now, because I'm going to get into something that's going to work with that a little bit, just a little bit. You know how I do it. It's freestyle, so I'm flowing, and you stick with me pretty well. So here we go. So in reading that and hearing about how the rites of passage introduce us to information that is passed on from generation to generation. If you want to keep somebody broke, if you want to keep a group broke, if you want to basically destroy them and not allow them to become a powerhouse, become a nation, you separate the youth from the elders. You split up that community. You destroy that relationship between the youth and the elders. See, actually, when we look in traditional society, the role of the elder wasn't just the old nosy person. No. That's some modern stuff that will keep you broke and keep you always lost, not understanding what's going on around you. The traditional role of the elders was the advisor and the teacher, not only of the middle age, but especially of the young, because the elders and the young and the babies have a special relationship if we allow it to develop. And we need to start supporting that again in our community if we ever want to get out of the situation that we are in. The answers lie between the relationships between us, because when we look at the concept of spirituality, when you really want to get deep with spirituality, it's not really that deep, it's not really that hard, it's not really that complicated. When we look at what true spirituality is basically the maintenance and management of relationships. Relationships between human beings, relationship between spiritual beings and ancestors, relationships between the earth and the physical world. It's relationships, it's maintaining relationships. Now, what's one of the major things that we first cut off when we start moving towards success, or quote unquote material success? Success in this Western mind state is separating from relationships. You remove yourself from your community, you remove yourself from regular life, and the only connection that you have is an artificial environment called the office, where you got artificial people and all of y'all are acting artificially, expecting to make some true progress. Yeah, you make material progress, but as far as your soul, you drain yourself. Why? Because a relationship is supposed to be reciprocal, and in most companies, it's not really reciprocal. You give the company everything. The company gives you pennies. The company gives you a Christmas party. The company takes your life and gives you a gold watch for retirement. No. See, we got to understand what we are and what we're battling. You want to truly be spiritual, you know what I'm saying? You really want to understand spirituality? Start cultivating those relationships. Start managing those relationships. Start immersing yourself in them, and start understanding that some of the pain that comes with it can only, because you can't have joy if you are not able to deal with the pain. Some relationships are going to cause pain. I'm not saying sticking ones that don't do nothing but give you pain, but there are relationships out there that are balanced. Now, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I mean, I really understand that. I understand that you have been brainwashed, and I understand that you have allowed yourself to be put into a victim mode. I understand it's not your fault. I understand that is rough. I understand that you feel guilty. I understand that you sometimes feel lost. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all, especially those of you that's listening to me now, some of y'all are some of the most talented people, and you have to cut your talent. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to, as Malcolm X said, you got to put the cream in with your talent so that you can lighten it up so that it can fit in with everybody. I understand it's rough. It's rough being spectacular. It's rough being marvelous. It's rough being beautiful. It's rough having skill. It's rough having insight. It's rough having wisdom. And you feel bad because you want to fit in. You want to fit in with everybody else. You want to fit in with the mediocres. I understand that, and it's not your fault. You can't help it. You know what I'm saying? That your light is so bright that people want to despise you for absolutely no reason at all. It's not your fault. I understand. You know, it's rough. So you act like something that you are not. You take all this magnificence that is you, and you squeeze it down into this little personality bottle that you have been given. And you want to fit in, but I got some bad news for you. You want to fit in, but you can't, because you are not a sheep. You want to participate in the herd. You want to be part of the herd mentality because someone told you that's the way that you're supposed to be. But I'm here to tell you, on this journey that we are on, that is not the road for you. Those sheep are heading towards the mountain. I want you to understand that there is I hate to use the word, there's a conspiracy of the shepherds and the sheepdogs, yo. They're about to take y'all up. They're about to take you to the slaughterhouse. You need to get away from you're not a sheep. You're not a sheep. And you need to get away from them, but it's not your fault, you know. But you got to take some responsibility now, because I'm telling you, you're listening to me now and it's too late. You done took the damn blue pill now. Hey, it's time for you to wake up, and it's time for you to realize that you are the one that the entire world has been waiting for, and you better get up now. You need to look and see where the sheep is heading, because you want to fit in with a bunch of other lost motherfuckers. They're lost, and you need to get up and move away from them now. Trying to fit in like you are a sheep. You need to check out my podcast on folk tales for grown folks called 7 Sticks. It's several different stories. It's a new book that I'm bringing out. And check out Creativity's Tale. Alright? Go to 7 Sticks, because you are a lion trying to act as a sheep. You're trying to squeeze all your lioness, all that simple power into the body of a sheep. You trying to eat grass when you supposed to be eating meat. You supposed to be hunting to make your body strong. You supposed to be striking with your claws to keep them sharp. You supposed to be gnawing on bones to keep your teeth sharp and ready for whatever comes. But no. Somebody done told you that you supposed to be a sheep, and you believe it. And by you believing it and you trying to be what you're not, you're making yourself sick. You're making yourself weak. You're waking up with headaches. You're gaining weight. You're finding out that you might have cancer. You can't see quite as clearly as you used to. Your intuition is fading away. Your spirit is burdened and you're tired all the time. Stop trying to be something that you're not. And I understand it's not your fault. But once you have information, once you have knowledge, you have to take control. You have to move forward. You have to make changes. My friend, I understand it's rough being you, but it's not your fault. But I'm going to tell you this. Now, if you want to blame somebody for how great and spectacular and marvelous and beautiful and powerful you are, I'm going to tell you, if you need somebody or something to blame your creator, because the creator planted the seed in you. And it's time for the seed. The seed needs to start taking root, and the seed needs to start growing, because you have so much to give to the world. And it's killing me. It's killing me that I'm surrounded by all these people with all these talents, and they just let them fall to the wayside so that they can fit in with the sheep. Stop it. Turn around. Run for your life. I'm on the mountain calling you. Hey, come on, man, turn around. Hey, you're not a sheep. Come on. Now, what we need to do is you need to reboot and reprogram. You need to give yourself permission to reboot and reprogram. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to introduce you to a new operating system. See, because these fairy tales, these lies that you've been told are nothing but stories. And that's why I keep on doing all these stories. They're nothing but stories. So what we need to do is we need to put a new operating system in. And the operating system I'm going to help you install tomorrow morning when I get up, because I'm excited now that I'm going to get up, I'm going to run a mile in the freezing cold, I'm going to do my meditation, and I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to help you upload your new operating system. And it's called Higher Self 2.0. That's right. We're going to do an over-the-air update. And I'm going to help you reboot and update your software in 3 to 5 minutes tomorrow morning. Now, after we do the reboot, and actually right now, you cannot blame anybody else. I can no longer say to you, it's not your fault. Because now you know. Once you get knowledge, now you know. Now I gotta get it into your heart so that you can feel it. Alright, let's move on to FreeStyle Friday. So we're gonna work on tomorrow morning on upgrading our operating system, and we're gonna put Higher Self 2.0. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. These negative ideas that have been implanted in you about yourself, about the world, these unbalanced ideas, because I don't like using the word negative, because as you travel the journey, you understand that it's not necessarily about negative and positive, it's about unbalanced. That's why in Kemet, the goddess Mayat was so important, because it's about balance, it's about maintaining a balance. These negative ideas are like software on your brain. They have been downloaded and uploaded into your spirit, into your system, into your emotions. I mean, and it's full of negative energy beings. I call them NEBs. You hear it in my stories. NEBs, N-E-B. Negative energy beings. And these beings, these viruses, basically feed off of unbalanced energy. Unbalanced, especially negative, especially on the negative side. The NEBs feed on that, and they become stronger, and we empower them. And they keep you caught up in what I call an eternal loop of confusion. Keep you caught up in the eternal loop of confusion. So now we need to change our software, and we're going to work on that tomorrow. So you tune in with me on hashtag give yourself permission. You know, because after the day, it is your fault. The direction your life goes after today, it is your fault. Because you're going to start giving yourself permission. My goal with giving yourself permission is I'm going to get up. I'm going to run. I'm going to do all the workout. And hopefully you'll join me. But I am ready to do all that before I deliver my show. Just like on mile 3. I don't do a mile 3 unless I run. So now I have to, for giving yourself permission, I have to, in a sense, continuously work on my reboot by getting up, running, meditating, and then coming down and talking with you. So hopefully you gonna join me. All right, now last week I was talking about silver, and I'm not gonna really get into it today. If anybody interested, just email me, and I'll give you some information I found out today. But silver is an important metal for those in geometry, because silver is a metal, is a precious metal, but it tarnishes. And we call it the soul. So when we go out and we get that hunk of silver, it's the job of the geometry journey member to constantly look at his silver and polish it. And what this is a symbol to let us know that just like silver, we have to keep our soul polished through the internal work to make sure that our souls stay healthy. Now, I want you to make sure you check out the new show on Geometry Journey, the podcast. Give yourself permission. I'm going to be doing several of those a week. I don't know how many yet. I also have a meditation group. You could go to Insight Timer and download the app onto your phone, and it has the meditation on there. meditation groups. You could join the Giami Meditation Circle, and also you could also get my meditation CD for free on that app, and use that guided meditation to help you with your meditation practice. Because now we're moving from just developing the physical body like we was doing last year in 2013. We're going to move into working on the physical body and the ability to meditate and to visualize. Because I need you to do a lot of visualization, because when you do giving yourself permission, hashtag, first off, you mark your territory. We talked about that last time. Second, you are going to physically get in front of the mirror and give yourself permission. You're going to look at yourself, you're going to look at your beautiful self, and you're going to give yourself permission to do whatever it is you want to do, because you got to make a change in 2014. We got to make the change in 2014. If you are not willing to do the work, stop listening to my show. If you're not willing to get busy and change your life and help your family and your community move in a different paradigm, then you're just wasting time. Get out the way. Let somebody else do it. You taking up some internet space that somebody else could be using to get what they need done. All right. So also, I'm gonna be working on completing my app, and with my app, of course, I'm gonna try to make it available through the Android App Store. What I want to do is I'm going to sell it to help support what I'm doing. It's going to be real cheap, but along with the app, those that purchase the app is going to have access to a private journey podcast. They're going to have access to chapters of the books that I have, new books that I'm working on. They're going to have access to a free download specifically from Kid Magic if you like hip hop. So, you can get that. You can take it or you can leave it. And also access to some of the private hangouts that I will have with some of the listeners, so that we can have real discussions and we can really get into getting things to emerge about this community. All right. I'm trying to put together a team of people that's going to be putting some old classic spiritual and historical Afrocentric books on MP3, because I'm looking through the internet and I'm seeing a lot of these free books that you could download where people are reading the books, but I'm not seeing anything by Marcus Garvey. I don't see Wretched of the Earth, because I think that's in the public domain. I think Legacy, Stolen Legacy is in the public domain. I think a couple of Marcus Garvey's books are in the public domain, and there's other books that we could reach out and get permission to put them down, because we won't be selling them. We just want to make them available, because I think Stolen Legacy is a real good book for people to have a study group with. And since everybody ain't got the time to sit down and read the book, I think it's a good idea for those of us that's on the journey that if you want to get together, let's take turns reading paragraphs or chapters out that book, so that other people can download that, and while they're at work, they could be listening to Stolen Legacy, or they could be listening to Wretched of the Earth, or they could be listening to African openings to the Tree of Life, or they could be listening to Man, God, and Civilization. They could be listening to information that they can use that comes from their perspective, and of course I'm going to do other books, because there's other books out there that I would like to see on tape too, but I have noticed that there are not a lot of African-based books out there that have been read, so that other people can keep track of. Because I'm doing all types of books, but I can't find Stolen Legacy. I want to review Stolen Legacy, but I ain't got necessarily the time to sit down and read it. But I sure got time to sit around and listen to it because right now I'm listening to Welcome Nation. So I want to make those type of meetings and those type of opportunities available to people who purchases the app. You can help with that. Alright. So with that, this is Brother Hatim. I'd like to thank you for your time. Check me out tomorrow morning. I ain't gonna say what time because it's a Saturday and I'm out late right now. But check me out tomorrow for give yourself permission. And we're going to give ourselves permission to reboot and reprogram. And I'm going to help you upgrade your operating system to Higher Self 2.0. Now, I'm going to have to move fast because I want to keep that show between 3 and 5 minutes. So y'all got to bear with me because I'm going to have to do a lot of quick talking. So with that, Brother Hatim says, peace.